My dearest, stop everything right now. Don't move a single inch. Just breathe deeply. Can you truly feel this sudden quietness settling in the air around you? Please, don't confuse this profound stillness with the lonely silence of solitude. What you are experiencing right here, right now, is the deep, comforting silence of peace. It's the almost deafening sound of a spiritual war that is instantly, definitively, and irrevocably coming to an end. For months, perhaps even for years, you have been living in a constant state of high alert, flinching at every shadow that crossed your path, always bracing yourself and anticipating the next emotional blow, the next financial disappointment, or the next relational betrayal. But God Himself has sent me here today as a trusted messenger to decisively interrupt your fear with an unshakable, divine decree that is absolutely irrevocable. It is done. It is truly over. The oppressive, heavy burden that has been suffocating your tender heart, relentlessly draining your finances down to the last cent, and mercilessly stealing your precious sleep has just been decisively broken and shattered in the unseen realm, the spiritual dimension. You are safe now, my daughter, truly safe, but I understand that your spirit still trembles a little. It trembles because, like a seasoned warrior who has lived for far too long on a brutal battlefield, you have completely forgotten what it feels like to live without the heavy, cumbersome armor of constant self-defense. To navigate this brand new season of profound calm and tranquility without inadvertently sabotaging the immense blessing that is now arriving in your life, you desperately need a reliable map. For true freedom demands just as much wisdom and strategic insight as any intense war. If you feel deep within your innermost being, your gut, that the opportune time has finally come to awaken the authentic person you truly are, to thoroughly heal those invisible, subtle blocks that have been holding you back from moving forward, and to expansively grow your life with genuine stability and lasting peace, then I heartily invite you to discover the 3 keys to a prosperous life. This isn't just a simple piece of reading material. It is a meticulously crafted, practical guide specifically designed for chosen women who urgently need to learn how to truly receive, effectively sustain, and confidently multiply blessings without being burdened by that nagging old guilt. Available both as an easy-to-read ebook for you to delve into at your own pace, or as an inspiring audiobook to listen to while you're taking care of yourself and your daily tasks, this profound work is a powerful trilogy specifically designed for your complete spiritual rebirth. If this deep calling resonates within your spiritual womb, the direct link to begin this life-changing journey is conveniently located right below, in the pinned comment and in the description box. Now that you profoundly understand that there is a definite path meticulously prepared for your expansive growth and flourishing, I need you to open your spiritual womb to receive a hard, unvarnished, but ultimately liberating truth. Suffering will never again touch your dwelling place in the same destructive way. Welcome to your freedom, my dear. This is a truly divine encounter, a specific kairos moment where heaven itself descends to lovingly kiss the earth and irrevocably change the destiny of a chosen woman. God is actively entering your timeline right now, at this very instant, to issue an ironclad restraining order against every single spirit that has been relentlessly harassing your mind and your precious emotions. Do you remember that sacred promise that you would finally see the deliverance of the Lord? That deep anguish you are witnessing today, you will absolutely never see it again, not ever. The betrayal that cruelly wounded your chest and made you doubt your inherent worth and value, never again will it hold sway over you. The severe scarcity that humbled your family and forced you to meticulously count every last penny, never again will you experience such lack. But why, oh why, did you have to go through all of that in the first place? I know you've asked yourself, amidst those muffled tears soaking your pillow late at night, why me, Lord? Why do I attract so much pain and heartache? Why do the very people I help so selflessly always turn against me in the end? My sister, allow me to fully validate your profound pain right now. They might tell you that you are too sensitive, or that it's all in your head. They truly don't understand, and honestly, they never will grasp the depth of it. What you faced wasn't merely bad luck or some random coincidence. It was, in fact, a highly strategic spiritual war. The enemy doesn't launch attacks on empty, abandoned houses. He always attacks the grand palace where the royal treasure, which is you, resides. You were attacked so relentlessly, not because of your perceived errors or mistakes, but precisely because you carry a magnificent mantle of glory and a potent anointing of healing that absolutely terrorizes the forces of darkness. Your pain was not a cruel punishment. It was an intense, elite training program designed just for you. God was not in the business of breaking you down. He was instead meticulously forging you into a powerful general, a formidable spiritual matriarch capable of governing vast emotional and spiritual empires with grace and authority. But now we have arrived at the truly critical juncture where many incredible women unfortunately falter. The enemy may have beaten a hasty retreat, but he left behind a subtle yet incredibly dangerous trap cleverly hidden deep within your psychology: phantom pain. Your nervous system, having become completely addicted to cortisol and the constant survival mode, simply doesn't remember how to truly rest and relax. You find yourself feeling an unwarranted sense of guilt when you actually sit down to unwind and take a break. Your mind tells you, everything is too calm right now. Something bad is definitely going to happen at any moment. My sweet, my dear, that is trauma speaking, not true spiritual discernment. Today, we are going to perform a deep, intricate soul surgery. We are going to decisively remove that limiting identity of survivor. Survivors merely escape with their lives, always running, always on the defensive. God has called you to be a powerful conqueror, a magnificent queen who takes new territory, occupies the rightful space, and governs with profound wisdom and unyielding grace. I want you to vividly visualize right now, with the discerning eyes of faith, that heavy, soiled, and tattered mantle you have carried around for far too long. The oppressive mantle of rejection. The mantle of the woman who feels she has to do absolutely everything herself. The mantle of the one who cares for everyone else, but is never truly cared for by anyone. Take it off right now. Let it drop to the floor, releasing its grip. You are no longer that woman, not anymore. God is now placing upon your shoulders a magnificent, royal mantle, a light and flowing garment, intricately woven with threads of pure gold and divine favor. But be extremely cautious. There are still lingering threads in your old mantle that were stitched there by people you deeply loved and trusted. The betrayal of friends and even family members created strong, invisible inner vows within you. In your deepest pain, you made promises to yourself. I will never trust anyone again. I will be completely self-sufficient. I don't need anybody. These powerful vows are like solid stone walls that are actively blocking your blessings from fully reaching you. Repeat this profound declaration in your spirit, deep within your being. I renounce the vow of isolation. I open my heart completely to be cared for, honored, and loved again. And we absolutely need to address the two main areas that have kept you up most nights: relentlessly stealing your sleep, divine provision, and healthy relationships. Financial scarcity attacked you not because you are irresponsible or incapable in any way, but because you are, in your very essence, a powerful financier of the kingdom. The enemy cunningly tried to dry up your source of provision because he knows that you possess an incredibly generous heart and that, with abundant resources, you would wreak absolute havoc in the kingdom of darkness, furthering God's agenda. But the sacred promise of restitution is genuinely real. Prepare yourself, my dear, for a supernatural acceleration in your finances and your life. The woman who once meticulously counted every last penny with fear gripping her heart at the end of the month will soon become the woman who confidently signs generous checks to bless entire nations and countless families. And what about the people who left you? That friend, that partner, that family member who cruelly turned their back on you when you needed them the most. Understand this deeply with your spirit, and finally set yourself free. They were not destiny partners. They were merely story partners, meant for a season, not for your entire journey. The empty chair at your table is not a mournful symbol of abandonment. Rather, it is a clear sign of divine cleansing and purification. God has purposefully removed those who simply could not bear the weighty glory of your next majestic season. Do not, under any circumstances, try to bring them back into your life. Do not look back with longing like Lot's wife did. Your profound silence in the face of their departure is your most powerful response and your greatest act of elegant self-possession. Your ultimate vindication will not come from endless discussions or from tirelessly trying to prove you were right, but from the lavish banquet that God Himself will serve to you in their very presence for all to see. You are now stepping into the season of the double portion. For every single tear you have shed, there will be double honor bestowed upon you. For every moment of shame you endured, there will be double glory awaiting you. But to truly maintain these blessings and not lose what God is now so graciously delivering to you, you must master 3 fundamental laws that govern this incredible new season. The first is the law of silence. You are currently pregnant with a divine purpose and exciting new projects. Do not expose your spiritual womb to those who do not know how to birth and nurture dreams. Silence profoundly protects the gestation period of your precious promise. Not everyone will genuinely celebrate what you are carrying within you. The second is the law of discernment. Utilize your sanctified feminine intuition, which is now sharper and more refined than it has ever been before. If there is no deep peace in your gut, your spirit, then do not enter that situation. Do not sign that contract. Do not embrace that person or opportunity. Your gut feeling is God's divine GPS, actively saving you from hidden snares and destructive traps. And the third is the stewardship of glory. Remain genuinely humble, even as greatness surrounds you. When the exaltation inevitably comes, and trust me, it will come with immense power and force, graciously return all the glory and praise to Him. Do not become arrogant or conceited. Instead, become even more gracious, approachable, and accessible to those who desperately need light and guidance. My sister, truly receive this profound truth. Anguish will not rise up a second time in your life. I now powerfully seal your mind with the peace that absolutely surpasses all human understanding, protecting you against anxiety and overwhelming panic. I seal your womb and your tender emotions so that they will consistently birth life, profound creativity, and pure love, never again fear. I seal your finances to abundantly overflow and bless generations to come. You are deeply loved, you are truly seen, and you are unequivocally chosen. The little girl who once cried hidden away in the bathroom has now blossomed into the powerful woman who governs in public with undeniable authority and grace. Wipe your face clean, straighten your magnificent crown, and walk forward with your head held high and confident. It is finished. Your eyes and tell your body, it's safe to receive this. I deserve this. This is my new normal now. Little by little, you will reprogram your very biology for joy, silencing those false alarms that have been ringing for years. Have you ever noticed how guilt is such a frequent visitor in the life of the chosen woman? It's a subtle guilt, almost like a low hum in the background. Guilt for resting, guilt for buying something beautiful for herself, guilt for simply saying no. This guilt is a cunning tool of control. It was cunningly implanted to keep you small, subservient, and perpetually trying to earn your worth. But I want to give you a fresh, new perspective. Your self-care is an act of spiritual warfare. When you take care of the temple of the Holy Spirit, which is you, you are profoundly honoring your Creator. When you allow yourself to rest, you are declaring that you trust God to continue working even when you pause. The woman who doesn't rest is deep down saying that she doesn't truly trust in God's sovereignty, believing, perhaps unconsciously, that if she stops, the whole world will just fall apart. Release that heavy burden. The world was spinning just fine before you arrived, and it will continue to spin without missing a beat. Your role isn't to be Atlas, holding up the heavens, but rather to be the bride, walking serenely in the garden. Let's delve deeper into the issue of intuition, that divine GPS system that was pre-installed in your feminine hardware. During your season of darkness, it's highly likely that you doubted what you were feeling. Perhaps they called you crazy, overly dramatic, or just too sensitive. Spiritual gaslighting is a terrible weapon that makes you doubt your very own perception, making you question your sanity. But now, with the cleansing that is actively taking place, your intuition will become crystal clear once more. You know that gut feeling, that churning in your stomach when someone approaches with a smile, but their energy just feels cold and off? Pay attention to that. Respect it. What about that dream that feels too real, that leaves you with a distinct warning? Write it down. Log it. The Holy Spirit uses your natural sensitivity like a finely tuned antenna. Don't rationalize away those bright red flags. If something feels wrong, more often than not, it's because it is truly wrong. Your obedience to these small, subtle nudges is what will liberate you from future entanglements and painful ties. The wise woman doesn't need to see the raging fire to know it's hot. She senses the heat from a distance and changes her route, steering clear. If you are truly understanding the importance of reclaiming this trust in yourself, then consider going ahead and hitting that like button right now, because that's a powerful signal that you are truly ready to hear your own inner voice again. And within this deep reconnection, there's a theme that we often overlook: creativity as a powerful weapon of liberation. The enemy attacks the womb of the woman, both physically and spiritually, because the womb is the very workshop of life itself. I'm not talking only about biological children, but also of projects, flourishing businesses, ministries, art, innovative solutions. Everything that comes to birth springs forth from the feminine essence. When you were depressed or anxious, your creativity was effectively blocked, stifled. You were living in pure survival mode, and let's be honest, nobody truly creates anything revolutionary when they're merely trying not to die, right? But now, just observe. Ideas are going to start blossoming, sprouting up everywhere. An urge to write, to paint, to decorate your home, to cook something wonderfully new, to launch a new venture. Do not dismiss these powerful impulses. They are undeniable signs that God's abundant life is once again flowing freely through you. Creativity is the polar opposite of destruction. Every single time you create something beautiful, you are giving a resounding slap in the very face of darkness. Invest precious time in this. Your chosen hobby is not some frivolous waste of time. It is divine therapy, a sacred restructuring of your very soul. But be careful, my dear, for with the new light comes new moths. The law of discernment that I mentioned earlier is absolutely crucial right here. In this new phase, you will inevitably attract people who want to warm themselves by your fire, but who brought absolutely no wood to contribute to the flame. These are what we call glory vampires. They adore your anointing, but they utterly detest your process. They want all the ripe fruits, but they never lifted a finger to help water the tree, did they? Learn to set boundaries with elegant grace. A simple no is a complete sentence all by itself. You don't need to justify why you can't lend money, why you can't make it to that specific event, or why you simply don't want to answer the phone at that particular moment. Access to your intimate space, to your inner circle, is a sacred privilege, not some public right that anyone can claim. Jesus had multitudes, he had the 70, he had the 12, and he had the inner 3. Learn to categorize the people in your life. Truly understand their place. Don't place someone in the inner 3 category, like Peter, James, and John, who really belongs in the general crowd. The greatest source of emotional wounds often comes from giving VIP access to people who should only have a seat in the cheap seats, in the bleachers. Guard your heart above all else, for from it flows the very wellsprings of life itself. There is also a spiritual financial aspect that absolutely needs to be unlocked and unleashed. The chosen woman often carries an unconscious vow of poverty, mistakenly believing that scarcity is somehow synonymous with true humility. That is a religious lie, pure and simple. Poverty does not glorify God. It severely limits your capacity to be a blessing to others. Our Heavenly Father owns all the gold and all the silver in the entire universe. Biblical prosperity means having more than enough for yourself and an abundant overflow for every single good work and charitable endeavor. Start treating money not as a tyrannical master or something inherently dirty, but as a faithful servant that you strategically deploy to accomplish important missions. When you pay a bill, speak a blessing over that money. When you buy groceries, offer a prayer of thanks. Shift your frequency from the fear of lack and scarcity to deep gratitude for abundant provision. Money is indeed energy, and it responds directly to the authority of the one who handles it. If you treat it with fear and stinginess, it will flee from you. If you treat it with respect, generosity, and profound wisdom, it will multiply itself, growing exponentially. You are being prepared to be a steward of kingdom resources, and that demands a mind that doesn't panic over balance sheets and numbers, but confidently trusts in the divine source. And what if loneliness comes knocking at your door on those chilly, quiet nights? Remember that the loneliness of the chosen woman is, in fact, not loneliness at all, but sacred solitude. It's a precious time of exclusive intimacy with God Himself. Don't rush to fill that void with just any company, merely to drown out the silence and avoid being alone. Buffer relationships, those connections we use merely to avoid being by ourselves, always extract a far too high price in the long run. Wait patiently for what is truly genuine. Your emotional healing is the most powerful magnet for true, authentic love. A woman who desperately needs a partner often attracts predators or equally broken individuals. A woman who is whole and complete in God attracts someone who is also whole, or naturally repels those who aren't ready for that level of profound completeness. Your standard has significantly risen. What once served you in the past simply won't cut it anymore. And that's a clear sign of growth, not arrogance, but genuine progress. Don't dim your radiant light to fit into anyone's small pocket. Anyone truly great enough will not feel overshadowed, but rather genuinely inspired by your brilliance. In this process of ascension, you will also need to deal with forgiveness in a precise, surgical way. Forgiveness doesn't mean you have to coexist with that person. Forgiveness certainly isn't forgetting what happened, as if you've developed amnesia overnight. Forgiveness is releasing the prisoner and then realizing, with a profound revelation, that the prisoner was actually you all along. It's taking away that person's right to continue hurting you through the lingering power of memory. As long as you hold on to resentment, you maintain a toxic spiritual tie with the offender. Cut that toxic umbilical cord. Bless them and release them. Say, I forgive you and I release you to your own destiny, far away from mine. Do this as many times as necessary, until the memory no longer causes you any physical or emotional pain. Forgiveness unleashes the flow of divine grace. So many times, our provision is often withheld because our hands are tightly clenched, holding on to that offense. Open your hands, release the heavy stone of resentment, and watch as God places precious pearls in its stead. And I want to touch on a topic that few women openly discuss: feminine envy. Unfortunately, sometimes the attacks come from those who should be acting as your sisters, your allies. The spirit of competition and comparison is truly a plague upon our gender. If you find yourself a target of such negativity, Do not retaliate. Do not stoop to their level. Envy is often just admiration that has turned sick and twisted. It's the deep-seated pain of someone who sees in you what they haven't yet been able to access within themselves. Have compassion for them, yes, but also maintain a healthy, necessary distance. And, even more importantly, guard your own heart diligently. If you feel a pang of envy when you see another woman being blessed, address that feeling immediately, confront it head-on, celebrate her victory wholeheartedly. What God has done for her is undeniable proof that He can and will do it for you too. In the kingdom, your neighbor's blessing doesn't mean that God's supply has somehow run out. It simply means He's in the neighborhood, working wonders nearby. Transform comparison into powerful inspiration. A healed woman fixes another woman's crown without ever needing to tell the world it was crooked in the first place. Be that woman. You are now entering a phase of divine acceleration. What would typically take years to build or restore is now going to manifest in mere months or even weeks. The time you thought was lost will be fully redeemed. Amos 9:13 tells us that the plower will overtake the reaper. This speaks of a cycle of blessing so incredibly swift that you'll barely finish planting your seeds before you're already harvesting the bounty. Prepare your barns, expand your storage, enlarge your vision, broaden your scope. Stop praying for tiny, insignificant things based solely on what you might see in your bank account today. Pray based on the magnificent, limitless God that you serve. Dream dreams that scare you a little bit, because if your dreams don't frighten you, they aren't big enough to truly demand faith. You were divinely designed for great altitudes, for soaring heights. An eagle doesn't apologize for soaring high above the sparrows. It simply flies because that is its inherent nature. Embrace your true, royal nature. Now, take a moment right now and look at your own hands. They may seem like ordinary hands, perhaps marked by hard work or the passage of time, but in the spiritual realm, they are hands that hold powerful keys. Keys to homes, keys to flourishing businesses, keys to hearts, keys to unlocking profound generational liberation for your entire lineage. You are the cycle breaker in your family line. Perhaps you are the first woman in generations to experience true marital bliss, or the first to truly prosper financially, or the first to achieve genuine emotional wellness. This is a heavy burden, yes, but it is also an incredibly glorious honor. The past generations are looking down upon you with immense hope, and future generations will profoundly depend on the courageous decisions you make today. Do not give up. When weariness inevitably sets in, remember your why, and remember who you are doing this for. You are His masterpiece, and always remember this: a woman who kneels before God will always find the strength to stand tall against any challenge, no matter how daunting. If this message has truly uplifted your spirit and resonated deep within you, please make sure you're already a cherished member of this growing family by hitting that subscribe button right here on the channel. Because our incredible journey together is only just beginning, and there are even greater, more profound mysteries we are meant to uncover side by side. May you rest in that profound peace which truly transcends all human understanding. You are deeply loved, you are truly free, you are unequivocally chosen. However, this divine selection isn't merely a prestigious title of honor. It's a powerful, earnest summons to adopt an entirely new and empowered stance in life. Because carrying and radiating your light in a world that, all too frequently, seems to prefer the comforting shadows of twilight, demands a profound wisdom that stretches far beyond mere intellectual understanding. Now that you have begun to grasp the true depth of your identity, it is absolutely essential that we have a serious conversation about the vital protection of your precious emotional and spiritual territory. So many chosen women, precisely because they possess such generous and genuinely open hearts, often inadvertently allow toxic energies, harmful opinions, and even detrimental presences to utterly contaminate the sacred ground that God Himself has just meticulously cleansed for them. Please understand one absolutely fundamental truth. Granting access to your most intimate self, to your inner sanctuary, is always a profound privilege, never an inherent right belonging to just anyone, no matter who they claim to be. Just as the ancient temple was structured with an outer court, a holy place, and the innermost holy of holies, your personal life and spirit must also possess these distinct protective layers of access. Not everyone who flashes a charming smile in your direction has earned the sacred permission to step into your holy of holies, that profoundly private inner sanctum, where you carefully safeguard your most delicate dreams and harbor your deepest, most vulnerable pains. It is quite common, almost natural, to feel a pang of guilt when you begin to establish and enforce these crucial boundaries, as though you're being perceived as cold, aloof, or unnecessarily distant. But remember, genuine kindness and authentic compassion always necessitate wise discernment. If you foolishly cast your priceless pearls before those who simply do not comprehend their inherent worth, you truly cannot blame anyone else when they inevitably tread upon them carelessly and without appreciation. And perhaps you now realize that, for countless years, you have been living with your spiritual doors flung wide open, endlessly absorbing burdens and problems that were never truly yours to carry, tirelessly attempting to rescue those who had no genuine desire to be saved. And this continuous effort has inevitably generated a profound, bone-deep weariness that no amount of sleep, however long or restful, can ever truly alleviate. This pervasive exhaustion is a clear, unmistakable sign that for far too long you have been carrying immense spiritual baggage that simply never passed through the divine customs checkpoint of heaven itself. If you deeply sense that this vital knowledge is truly resonating within your very core, yet you also clearly perceive that there are still invisible, stubborn barriers that stubbornly prevent you from actively living out this promised fullness in your daily reality, then I sincerely want to offer you an invaluable detailed map. I have meticulously prepared something truly extraordinary and very special just for you, which I've titled The 3 Keys to a Prosperous Life.